Yo, my dudes, what's up? Got that 125 two-banger slanger. You know what it is, dude. So, 125 versus 450s on all time, obviously. That was a god-awful gate start there, but we'll see what we can do. Now, I've never actually done this at all. I've never raced a 125 versus 450s in this game. I know back in Reflex, that used to be one of the best things ever is to get my little beginner friends over that like never play motocross games and have them get on 450s and be like, oh, dude, check this out. I'm going to smoke you on this 125. That was like one of the best things ever to that game. And with this game, the 125s actually feel viable. I don't know if it's because there's not a lot of crazy rhythms on most of the tracks. I mean, there is some on certain motocross tracks, and then your supercross tracks have a little bit more of it. But as far as like needing that super extra grunt, I don't know how important it really is on this game because they've made it to where the 125 is light as a feather. I mean, it really is. Like, it weighs nothing compared to some of the other bikes. Look at that view out there, dude. So I thought that was super cool how they did that in this game. They actually... Oh, you little shit. Well, this is going to be a battle, dude. That's kind of cool, though. These guys are, like, keeping up right here with me. Whoa, doing some railing ruts, dude, and banging sluts. You know what I'm saying? Oh, this is that Big Daddy jump. Oh, yeah. Love how you guys put that jump in there. Nordic, Rainbow, whoever... I think it's like, is it old school Rainbow dudes or new school? I can't ever tell who it is, but that one tabletop that's like pretty hard to hit in this game, that's how a lot of the jumps should have been made in the game, I feel like. You know, a lot of the jumps, they feel a little bit on that easy side. It would have been cool to see like some of the quote-unquote harder tracks in the game have like every one of their jumps is built more like that tabletop on this track where it's like pretty hard to stretch it out all the way. That would have been cool, and have some of the roller sections a little bit bigger. There is one track, it's like one of the desert tracks. It's got pretty big roller section that you can quad into, which is pretty cool. Oh, okay. Like, I would say there's like one track of each biome that has, or I guess you could say to a certain extent, just about every motocross track in the game has one section on it that's pretty tricky, one section on it that's somewhat difficult, and then the rest of the track is just kind of pretty straightforward, you know? I only put this on 5 laps, so I'm going to have to giddy up here, dude, if I'm wanting to catch up to the front. I'm kind of screwing around over here talking. We're in second place, man. We got to get getting. I know this inside rut definitely becomes a little bit more viable once you get through the laps here. Oh, this inside's going to screw me for hitting this. See right there, see how I'm coming up a little bit short? That's the sort of balance you're supposed to have in a motocross game. Like, if you run up the inside, you shouldn't be able to still hit the jump anyways on every single section. You know, there should be certain sections where it almost requires you to go a certain spot on the track to be able to hit that certain obstacle. Like, that's a very, very important part to any motocross game for that matter. But yeah, I mean, I think some of the tracks definitely do give you... Oh, I forgot about that. Oh, you got to be careful right there. If you hit that jump wide open, you'll find yourself flying right off the track right there. So, got to be a little bit careful. But, like, some of these super small jumps like that, I don't know. And then like this one right here, they could have turned that into a Mac Daddy jump, but they just kind of made it just a little small, like 30-foot jump, and then just rolled it back around. And then like this jump right here, it's pretty fun to hit, but you don't get like a super run up to it or anything, so you can't really jump all that big. It would have been cool to just see some of the motocross tracks have a little bit bigger, more technical style jumps to them, exactly like they have that one tabletop over there at the very end of this track. So now we're 6 seconds up on the back of the pack, and if some of you guys are wondering why don't I have the sound on, well, if I did have the sound on, all you'd be hearing is ree, ree, ree. Sound like a damn hog going through the ground, but and then you wouldn't be able to hear me talk at all. So that's kind of the thing about a motocross game when you're doing commentaries, is you can't really have like motocross noise in the background as good as you could like noise on a PUBG match or noise on a Call of Duty. Like, you're only really getting noise on those games when you're shooting. But like with a dirt bike game, the noise is just pretty much constant, especially when you're on like a 125 or something like that. So it's damn near impossible to do like a commentary over 125 gameplay with the sound on the actual bike itself. Like, that's really hard to do. You're not even going to be able to hear me. You're not even going to be able to understand me. But you can get away with it a little bit more on the 4-strokes because they're not quite as peaked out on the decibel level. But when it comes to the 2-strokes, you gotta be careful, man. And for me, I usually just like, I have my certain 125 videos where I don't talk at all in them. I just have like 125 raw gameplay, wide open gameplay. That's where I do the real, like, where you can actually hear the bike type of gameplay. But oh shit, oh, I hope they don't catch back up. Dude, you lay on the ground forever on this game, which is super fucking cool. I say it like I don't like it or something, but I do. I like that it's like that. Gives you a little bit more of that risk factor. Like, you can't just crash in this game and instantly spawn. At least I don't think you can, unless I'm just not hitting the spawn back on the track button, but I don't think you can. I think it's really like that, where you can't, like, you just have to sit there and wait for like 4 or 5 seconds while you're crashed off of the track. So that's really cool. But shit, I can't remember what kind of conversation I was going on here. Can't even remember what I was saying. Dude's 4 seconds back, so if I make one mistake like that right there, woo, thank God that did not pop me off the bike. So if you turn just a little bit off of the side of the track and you don't actually like dismount off the bike, it doesn't make you wait for like 5 seconds. You just kind of instantly respawn. So it almost has like a system somewhat similar to MX Simulator, where there's like different levels of crashing. It's not just like you can instantly respawn on the track at any point in time. You actually have to like wait. If you crash, the worse you crash, the longer you're gonna have to wait, basically, is what it comes down to. So as long as I don't dismount again, we should be good. Woo! Oh my God. Oh, you gotta be so careful. Oh, wow. I lost all of my momentum. Dude's 1 second back. Good God. Okay, yeah, my asshole is tightened up. Yep. Oh, shit. Fuck. There he is. Fuck. Is he gonna beat me? Shit. Go, Spencer. Take his fucking ass out. Justin Barsha in this bitch. Bam, bam, that motherfucker. 0.8. These fucking ruts are getting crazy, dude. Oh my God. That's what's got me a little bit jacked up, ready to dang ruts. Okay, just gotta hit this tab down. Woo! That was a close one there, boys. That was a challenge for sure. Let's get her to the finish first. Oh God. Yeah, that was real close. So, yeah, you can definitely get a little bit of a challenge when you get on here on a 125 and put them on 450 all time or whatever. But yeah, what's really fun is when you can beat real players that are good on a 450 on a 125. And I feel like this is the game you can really do it with the 125, because they've actually made it somewhat viable with it being super lightweight, but still feel like it has some power. You know, it doesn't feel like the power on the 125 is just so cut down that you can't even compete. Feels like they're almost all even in a certain way, but just the 450s feel heavier, but might feel a little bit faster, but they're heavier, like they're a little bit faster, maybe top speed wise. But for most of these tracks, I don't know if it's really helping you that much. So either way, man, that's it. Shout out to SquidSquadSTL.com. Go check out his website for some motocross clothing, and he's got stickers, anything you want on there. So appreciate you guys watching all the videos. Later, dudes.